Hello and welcome to another homebrew tasting. So welcome to Wraggys Burgers also. So today I've just barreled and bottled up the St Austell. Well, it's a tribute to Proper Job. 5.5% from Dark What Brewing, handcrafted beer kit, all grain beer kit. Doesn't actually say Dark What Brewing on it, funnily enough. Oh, it does on the back. But yeah, so in the process, when I was doing the grain brewing, the beer went super clear and it looked like Proper Job. Now today I've just bottled it up, and here's that glass. Now that does not look overly like what it's supposed to. So this is straight after fermentation. I'll show you a bottle. I mean, if it was a hazy Citra, it looks bang on. Begs the question, am I better off leaving the more traditional ales to people that are a lot better than grain brewing than I am? And now, will it settle? It's had the finings chucked in, so I assumed it was going to settle. It did have the hops chucked in though, so for 2 days to obviously increase flavour. So I'm a little bit flummoxed. Is it going to clear? It's got a secondary ferment anyway, and then it's going to clear. So have I made a hazy Proper Job? We'll give it a go. I can smell an aroma on there. I wouldn't say it's in your face, but Proper Job isn't one of those in your face craft beers anyway. I mean, I can taste maltiness and that. I've no idea of ABV. I'm not, and I know that the ABV is around 5.5%. I know that because, or maybe even 6%. I know that because I did all the readings. Taste okay. It just does not look anything like what I thought it was going to look like, and that's the. So is it going to clear? Now I've had wines that were hazy and they cleared and they were amazing. You have to be very careful with the sediment layer at the bottom, because otherwise, like a bottle conditioned beer, it's clear, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you put that last drop in, or near the last drop, all of a sudden it's hazy as hell. So, however, hazy beer does not mean a bad beer. It probably means a more flavourful beer in the grand scheme of things. Forgetting that it's supposed to be a clone of Proper Job. It actually tastes okay. So, yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of put me on the back foot a little bit with brewing all grain, and thinking that keeping well away from anything that's supposed to be clear. I've seen this. I've seen it clear. It was a darker shade than what this is. And I've seen it. I've got the bloody pictures. I'll even show you. If I can find the pictures, I'll show you. So we'll go back to when I did the brewing. Now look at that, and then look at that. That is what I expect. That is not quite what I expect. Now I left the hops in the bag. Have the hops made it a hazy beer? The proteins seem to fall out. I can't see that turning into that any day soon. Fucking totally different colour. If this was a hazy version of that colour, yes, but not as it is. So, yeah. And I've done now, literally, I did a Citra Pale Ale first, turned out amazing. I did a chocolate mild, Lenton Lane chocolate mild, turned out great. I did the Sticky Toffee Imperial Stout, turned out absolutely world class. It was bloody amazing. From then I did the Wraggys Golden Ale and totally fucked it up. Went straight to boiling and forgot all about the mash part. And then when I did remember, it was too late. I'd already boiled the bloody mash, boiled the barleys and shit. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a second beer that's not gone the way. I'm going to secondary ferment it. Well, I am doing now anyway, and just see what happens. To be honest, a hazy version of Proper Job is not a bad thing. You know, you do get hazy, unfiltered versions of beers. But yeah, looking at that down there, I don't think it's going to clear anything. I don't think so. So, is what it is. You win some and you lose some. And yeah, I think tonight's I'm on the losing side of things. Yeah, is what it is. It makes me think, oh, bloody hell. Is grain brewing for me? I'm better off just sticking to the beer kits and maybe playing around with the essences to create a flavour, and maybe just playing around with different hops to do things. But you know, use the kit as a base so the kit comes out as it should do, and then doing a bit of play. So obviously, you know, you can brew a beer and then at the end, literally at the end, add the hops for the last 2 days, a good pack of hops, and then, you know, change it in that way. But at the moment, yeah, we'll see. I know breweries up and down the country all the time make mistakes. I know this because I've been told this. And a beer will come out that's not the beer it was originally supposed to be, and they'll call it something different. You'll never know. And yeah, so this is my Wraggys Get a Proper Job, and it looks like back to gardening. But yeah, so just goes to show you, you win some and then you don't. Cheers, huh?